Oops. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Katie.
Nice to meet you, Katie. I'm
Maddie.
Coach Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. Are you a Hingham or a Swampscott?
Swampscott.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I usually work out in Hingham, but I'm basically a chicken shit and I'm not ready to go back to the studio, so here I am.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a crazy world we live in right now. Totally fine.
Pretty weird.
You're gonna need a mat and two light to medium weights, something that you can lift overhead because you'll be doing some ground to presses.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab this.
If you're Joe, there's nobody there. Never mind. Okay, we'll give everybody just like one more minute to see if anyone comes. And we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, Erin.
Maddie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. You know.
I can't believe you're not coming back to us.
I know. I was like waiting for the studio to open to drop that little bomb.
Yeah, no, I can't believe it, but I can. I get it. I'm happy for you. And also, I'm in Maine right now, but I'm not gonna be able to see you, but I will eventually at the South Portland location.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't even started there yet. I start there on I think another like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm taking classes there right now, but we live in kind of like a commune at camp with like the full-time staff. And so I don't want to risk like their health by going back to the studio, but once everybody like moves back to Boston and stuff, then I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right, so today we need 2 medium or light weights. I would have a little bit of like a combination of both just because you're gonna be going overhead with some new motions, and a mat, and that's all you'll need. Remember to have your own music handy and to mute your screens so that you can crank out whatever you like and you don't have to listen to it through a Zoom screen. So we're gonna grab our mat for our warm-up. We're gonna start today with our kneeling mountain climber. I'm gonna do that off the side of my mat, or I'm gonna roll my mat up just so that when I'm doing my planks, I have a little extra cushion for my wrist. So that's what I prefer. For that wide mountain climber, I'm gonna come into my plank position, step forward, rotate, down, and step back. I'll switch in between each rep. We'll have a minute there. If that's too aggressive, you can always bring the knee down, or you can come up and elevate the hands in plank by putting them on a hard surface. From there, we have plank to alternating ankle tap. This one's a little trickier. We're gonna come onto that plank. I'm gonna reach through, opposite hand to opposite angle, sending my sits back into downward facing dog. I'm gonna rock and roll back to plank. Reach and down. Option if that's a little too aggressive. Again, get that chair, get that hard surface, put your hands on there, and then do your taps. From there, we have our lateral shift to punch, and that'll be the last one in our warm-up. For my lateral shift to punch, I'm gonna come down into that wide stance. I'll reach opposite hand to opposite lunge for 1 minute. We have a 6-minute warm-up today. We're going to do those 3 exercises for 1 minute each. So it's going to be kind of a lot of planking. Make sure you give your wrists a break. All right, let's get set up. Get your music cranking because we are going in 3, 2, and 1. Ride mountain climber with a rotation. So you're going to rotate the same direction that the foot is stepping forward. And kind of go to a nice, like, consistent rhythm. These don't need to be super fast. We're already 30 seconds in, 30 seconds to go. On deck is going to be that plank to an alternating ankle reach. Nice job, 15 seconds. If you find it's a little too aggressive on your wrists, you can always grab 2 free weights as well to give yourself something to hold on to. In 3, in 2, and 1, alternating ankle taps. So alternate hand to alternate ankle. You don't have to go super fast here. Make sure that you're only moving as fast as your wrist can accommodate. Nice job. Starting to really feel it in those shoulders and in our core. You have 30 seconds. Let me see you guys. Oh, I can only see 2. Morning, Claire. Nice job. Looking really good. 15 seconds. Coming into those side-to-side punches to a lateral shift. In 3, 2, and 1. We'll stand up, set our stance nice and wide. And you can go as fast or slow as you want here. Nice. Trying to keep that head bob minimal. Nice and side to side, not bouncy. If you want to add a little bit more, you can always reach across. That'll get a little more into your obliques. 30 seconds, then we go back to the beginning. Looking really good. 15. Starting to sink a little lower into that lunge, really challenging our glutes. Coming down to our mats in 3, 2, and 1. Mountain climbers with a rotation. Coming into my plank, remember, same side. Step forward, rotate same side, and step back. Looking good. So today we're going to be working with, keep it going, I'm timing you, a lot of overhead motion and a lot of shoulders. Kind of like when we're in the studio, those real challenging exercises or anything where we're going overhead. So when we stop our warm up, you have 15 more seconds here, and head into our block. Make sure you have a couple of options for weights handy, so that if it becomes too much, you can always downsize. In 3, in 2, and 1. Ankle taps. In essence, you're doing a minute-long plank hold here. So if it becomes too much, knees down, give your wrists a break, and then come back up. Nice job, we're halfway there. Exhale as you roll back into plank. Inhale, top, exhale, 15. Switching it up, alternating lunge to 3, 2, and 1. We'll come up, set our stance, nice and wide, and then punch. This is the last stage of our warm-up. You can start to add a little speed. Or if speed's not for you, you can start to go a little lower, really challenging those glutes. Entirely up to you. Either way, just increase that level of difficulty. 30 seconds. Find your breathing rhythm. Just like when you're warming up on a tread. 2 inhales to 1 exhale. Always on a movement. 15. Less than 10, less than 10. In 3, in 2, and 1. Nice job. Grab some water. We'll head into block 1. Block 1 today is going to be 8 minutes long. We are starting off with alternating shoulder press to rotation. Isolated hip bridge, single arm chest fly, and side to side push up, eyes on me. For our single arm shoulder press, I'm going to stand with my hands loaded at my shoulders. Feet are directly underneath my hips. I'll take a slight knee bend, not a full squat, just a slight knee bend. Pivot to my left, pressing with my right hand, keeping my bicep close to my ear, and center. Pivot and press. Option, if that's going to be too aggressive, is to bring your weights down, pivot and high row, pivot and high row. From there, we're going to come into our hip bridge single arm chest fly. So I'm going to get my mat out. I'll come down to my hip bridge by walking my feet in towards my booty and then lifting my sits, keeping my head firmly anchored on the ground. And then our arms come out straight from our chest. From here, I'm going to drop my right arm down into my chest fly, hinging from my shoulder, not my elbow, and then repeat on the second side. Option, if that's too aggressive, put your sits down and do that single arm fly with the booty on the ground. And then finally, alternating push-up, side to side push-up. We'll come down into our push-up position. It can be really nice to do this on a mat because it's easier to see the motion. And then with my sits, I'll walk my right hand out to the side, push up, center, walk my left hand out to the side, push up, and then center. Option is you can always put your knees down or elevate your hands on a nice flat stable surface like a bench. We have 8 minutes to go through these 3 exercises. The rep count is 12, 6, and 12. Let's go ahead and grab our weights and get started, coming into alternating shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We have 12 total here. And remember, we're not doing a squat. We're just giving our body a little momentum. That's all. I'm halfway. Two more. Nice job. Coming into those flies. Lifting our sits, right, squeezing that posterior chain, squeezing our hamstrings and our glutes. Once your sits are lifted in line, then the arms come up. I'm going to start with my right. Remember that there are 6 on each for this. Nice job. Remember, it's not a press, it's a fly. So we want to keep our elbows soft, sure, but we don't want to bend it. Once we bend it, we start shifting the muscle group into the bicep tricep. What we really want to work on is that chest and shoulder. I'm halfway. Squeezing the booty, squeeze the booty, keep it lifted the whole time. And if you want to add a little challenge, you can always come up to the tips of your toes on the booty. Like that. Last 2. Last one. Awesome. Let's drop the sits, drop the weights, and then come into those side to side push-ups. Drop the sits, drop the weights, side to side push-ups. So I'll move my hand to the right, push up, to the left, push up. And remember to eliminate the chicken neck. So we want to keep our neck, our shoulders, and our head all in line with each other, not jutting our chin forward. You have 4 more left. More. Last one. Nice job. Now we've done the whole block. You're 2.5 minutes in, you have 8 minutes to go. If that helps you choose how you want to adjust your weights moving forward. All right, friends. 12 total of these presses. Load them up and let's go. You're going to find by the end of this one that your arms are totally zapped. It's a lot of upper body. There's an element to the glutes, hamstrings, and quads, especially in the bridge, but it's not a lot. It's mostly upper body. So you may need to adjust your weights. I have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Coming down into those flies. Again, if you want to get that extra booty burn, if you want a little bit more in the legs, you can always rise up on the tips of your toes in that hip bridge. You'll inhale with the sits, rise up on the tips of the toes, and then bring the arms up. If that's a little too aggressive, heels come down, walk it out a little further. 6 on each. Nice job. Try to keep the palms a little light. When we do that kung fu death grip on the weights, we have a tendency to start bending our elbows. Kind of let the weight rest in your palm. Nice job. We have 1 more on each. 1 and 2. Perfect. Elbows come down, sits come down, and then sit up. We're coming into our push-ups. 12 total, 6 on each. A lot of push-ups today. Here we go. Let's rock. A nice way to make sure that your gaze is neutral is to set the point slightly ahead of you and stare at that. So don't look all the way down in between your fingers. Try to look about 12 to 18 inches ahead of that. And you'll find that your chin stays in line with your neck and in line with your chest just a little bit more. You have 4 more left. And last one. Nice job. Knees down. We have 3.5 minutes. Grabbing our weights. Whew. This is a good one today. It's going to be a lot of upper body. Here we go. Bend the knees and press. Exhale as you press. Four more. Nice job. Oh boy. I don't know about y'all, but my arms are already a little gelatinous and we still have a lot to go. Let's go ahead and grab those weights coming down to our bridge pose. Walk your sits in. Lift the booty first. Find that solid bridge, then arm the arms come up one at a time. Here we go. Another thing is this can feel a little unbalanced sometimes, especially because your booty is lifted in the air. And if that's the case for you, take your feet wider on the mat. You'll create a more solid position for yourself. It will be a little harder on the glutes, but it will make it a little more balanced. We have 2 more left on each arm. Last one. And elbows come down, sits come down, and sit up. Nice job. Oh, you have 20 seconds left in the block. Let's just end it on push-ups. 20 seconds left, we'll end on push-ups. Here we go. Ten seconds, how many can you get? 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, take a break. Moving on to our next block. Our next block is also an 8-minute block. And it's also more shoulders. Who's excited? We have plank to walk out to alternating shoulder tap for 1 minute. Front jacks times 45 seconds. Running man times 30 seconds. And then forearm plank jack times 15. You'll then get a 15-second rest. We're going to alternate through 3 times. So if your shoulders are starting to hurt, why don't you stretch out while you watch the demo? Eyes on me. For shoulder taps to plank walkouts, I'll come into my plank position. I'll tap my left hand to my right shoulder, right hand to my left, and then walk myself all the way to standing head up. Option, if that's a little too aggressive, bend your knees, put your knees down while you're tapping, or if coming all the way up gives you vertigo, just stay in that flat back position and then walk yourself into your next plank, and that'll help keep that head rush at bay. We then have front jacks. We'll grab 1 weight, something a little bit on the light-ish side, only because you're going to be in motion. You press the weight forward as you jump your feet out to the side and in. 1 after the next, after the next. Option, if that's too aggressive, ditch the weight, just do the jack portion of it. From there, we have our running man. We come down to our plank position, core is contracted, glutes are squeezed, knee to chest and back, knee to chest and back. Option, you can always put the knees down and do knee to opposite tricep, taking it just a little bit wider. And then finally, we'll come down to our low plank, lift the sits, jump the feet out to the side and jacks, or you can step if impact is not for you. This block's going to be a bit of a doozy, my friends. Get it set up, get your music cranking. We're starting with 1 minute of walkout to alternating shoulder tap. The rest in between blocks is only 15 seconds. So this is going to be a bit of a soul crusher. Who's ready? I know Erin is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So like I was saying, if you get a head rush from this, if your heart rate goes up and standing all the way up doesn't feel good, come to here and then stop with your head all the way down like that. And it'll keep that kind of nauseous feeling at bay. Whew, 30 seconds. Ten seconds left here, and then we move on to front jacks. 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight, front jacks, 45 seconds. I know it's a little weird with that weight, isn't it? If you need to, you can always just keep the hands into your hips and add that motion. It can feel really nice and you can go a little bit faster. But if the weight's working out for you, keep it going. 15 seconds. Looking really good. Running man is next. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Running man. Let me take a look at y'all. Remember, for running man, you can go as fast or as slow as makes sense to you. Really good. Try to flatten out just a little bit through your shoulder blades. There we go. 15 seconds. Oh, no. Less than that. 3, 2, and 1. Coming into your low plank, plank jacks 15. Let's go. You should be as fast as you can go. 5 seconds. And 1. Knees down. Grab a break, grab some water. You have 2 more rounds. That went fast. Here we go. Walkouts. The shoulder taps. 1 minute. We're on round 2 of 3. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Nice job. Nice job. When you're doing your shoulder taps, try to do this part kind of slow and in controlled. You're going to get more out of it than if you try to fly through it. You have 30 seconds. Don't mind me, just putting my hair back up. There we go. 10 seconds, see if you can get one more. Three, 2, and front jacks. Let's go. 45. Find that nice tempo to breathe in. Time check. You have 20 seconds. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Running man, let's go. 30 seconds. Nice job, nice job. Hold on to it. All right, we're going down into those plank jacks as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Low plank, plank jacks. In and out, in and out. You're only here for 15. Let's get our booties out of the air. Tuck that pelvis in and up. There you go. Less than 10, you have 7. 7 seconds, hold on for it. There you go, in 3, in 2, and 1 15-second break. We have 1 more round. I know, 15 seconds, man. It's not a lot, it's cruel. Last round of these, and we're moving on. You ready? Ready or not? Okay, you guys look good. Hell yeah. You got that come at me bro stance. In 3, 2, 1, hit it. This block is challenging, which is good. Because while we're not at the studio right now, you will be eventually. And it's going to be important that you come back to base, having that nice strong pillar of fitness. And this block's going to get you there. "30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, front jacks, front jacks. Let's try to add a little speed now. It's your last time here today. Nice, keep that breathing going, in and out, just like you're in an all out. $15. Five seconds, here we go. Down to running man in 3, 2, 1, running man. $15. All right, you guys ready? You got 10 seconds left. And then you're heading into that final 15 seconds. Down to a plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Plank jacks, fast as you can. In and out. Get that pelvic tilt, booty out of the air. Nice. Less than 10, less than 10. You got 7. Nice job, Katie. Hold on to it. In 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Big break. Get some water. Big break. Get some water. Nice job. That's a cheeky one, wasn't it? Doesn't look hard on paper, but it's hard when you're doing it. All right, let's move on to our next block. We have 2 more blocks left, just so you know. Our next one is 8 minutes again. We have a new exercise. I don't know if it's new to you guys, but I only coach once a week virtually, and I haven't seen it yet. This is the kneeling virtual around the world, alternating L raise, and then ground to press, eyes on me. So for that kneeling around the world, we have 6 on each side. I'm going to keep my knee on my mat. So I'll bring my knee down into lunge all the way down. Arms are going to come up overhead. I'm going to hinge down, touch my hips, hinge up, touch the weights together. Keeping the elbows nice and bent to create that circle. Option if that's too aggressive, bend your elbows, come up towards your shoulder and down again. That way you're not doing any overhead motion. From there, we have our L raise. So I'll come to stand. One hand is facing me from the front. One hand is facing my hip on the side. I'll lift it up into the shape of an L, just straight up from my shoulder girdle. Switch, lift, and down. Option, bend your elbows, and it will decrease that amount of intensity. And then finally, our ground to press, which you guys are super familiar with. I'm going to grab 2 weights, come down into my low squat. Core is contracted, glutes are squeezed. From here, I'll flip the weights up and over in one swift motion, coming up through my shoulders. Option if that's too aggressive, or if overhead is not for you. You'll bring your hands down by your hips. We'll curl up to the shoulder and then back down again. All right, we have 8 minutes. Go ahead and grab your weights for that plank 2 around the world. I mean, that kneel 2 around the world. You have 6 on each side. And just a reminder for that around the world, because it's a smooth movement, it's no momentum at all. You want to go a little bit lighter than you usually would for an overhead press. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Time starts now. Let's go. Very reminiscent of bar, isn't it? Nice job. Last one. I'll step forward, switch my feet, and come into the next one. Now, I rolled up my mat for my knee. I like to do 3 rolls, but that's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want. Nice job. Looking really good, Erin. Looking really good, Katie. Erin, what are you lifting right now? Oh my God. Brilliant. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Let's go ahead and come into our L raise. I'm going to use the same weights for L raise because there is 12 of them, which is a lot for our shoulders. Here we go. Let me just double check. Yes, 12 total. Switch. And we want to make sure we're not going higher than our shoulder. Our rotator cuff doesn't love that. And if any of you have ever had a rotator cuff injury, know that it's a very long and annoying road to recovery. So let's just keep them safe straight out of the gates. Halfway. Oh man, shoulders are going to be sore tomorrow. This is a shoulder heavy block, shoulder heavy day. We have 2 more left. And 2 and 1. And just when you thought that your shoulders were going to get a break, let's come into ground to press. We have 12 reps of ground to press. We'll bring our hands down by our calves. 3, 2, 1. Power it up. Try to keep that motion as smooth as possible. Set your gaze forward so you're not looking down at your feet. We don't want to get that head rush. We don't want to lose that low back stability. I'm on 8. Last 2, 2, and 1. I got good news and bad news. The good news is that's the whole block. The bad news is we're 2.5 minutes into an 8-minute block. So we're probably gonna get through this about 3 times. Let's bring our right knee back, left leg forward, hands down by our hips, rotations in 3, 2, and 1. Try to keep those elbows nice and soft. Thinking of creating that circle with your arms. If you do Pilates, think about that as hug a tree arms. Really nice. 2 and 1. Switching legs. And here we go. If you're like, man, this is really starting to get to my shoulders, just cut and paste. Do a different variation. Don't go up quite so high. Just hinge to the shoulder and down. Decrease the weights. You can even do no weights at all. Totally up to you. Last one. Coming in to L raises. And just shake it out a little bit. We don't need to go rep for rep. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. I like to exhale as I'm coming down. So I hold on the way up, come down. Perfect. We have 4 more. 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Ground to press. Oh, my Atlanta. I don't know about y'all, but your coach has jelly arms. This is a tough one today. Set your stance, feet are directly underneath our hips. Rock or sit back. Remember, set your gaze forward, not down. And here we go. Halfway. Use the power of your legs to help bring those weights up and overhead. Don't rely on the upper body. Last 2. Last 1. Excellent. Time check. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Let's go ahead and grab our weights. Remember, for these kneeling ones, I will show you, you don't have to use the weights every time. So like if you're starting to get super gassed, just connect and lower and just don't come down quite so low so that you're still getting some work. All right, here we go. 6 reps in 3, 2, and 1. We have 2 more. And switching sides. Step it forward, step it back. And here we go. I don't know about all of y'all. I know Erin's gonna have a hard time picking up that 2 or 3-year-old. She's 2 or 3 now. Oh man, life moves so fast. Remember when you were postpartum? Last one. And nice job. Let's move on. Yeah, after this block today, if my niece says to pick her up, I don't know if I can do it. This is a lot of arms. That's good though. I feel like the blocks have been predominantly leg heavy, the stay-at-home ones. So it's nice that we're really getting into that upper body. Halfway. Four. Last 2. I think I added 2 of them. So you did 14, nice job. And let's come into ground to press. We have 20 seconds. So you're not going to finish ground to press. Just get as many as you can in the 20 seconds. Here we go. Exhale. Keep that gaze forward like you're skiing. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Get some water. Shake out your arms. We have 1 more block today. It is a short block, 4 minutes. And it's primarily core, but there's a caveat. One of your core exercises requires quite a bit of shoulder strength. So everything we did today through that upper body is really going to start to cash in on this last one. We have lateral bear crawl times 20 seconds. You'll then have a 10-second rest. You'll have seated torso rotation times 20 seconds to a 10-second rest. Eyes on me. For lateral bear crawl, we're going to bring our hands. It's easier to see me from the side, so I'll turn my body. We bring our hands to the ground like we're doing a plank. And then we keep our toes curled underneath, the knees are underneath the hips. From here, lift the knees just 3 inches so that the legs are still bent 90 degrees. I'll take 3 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3 to the left. 1, 2, and 3. Keeping those knees hovered. Option if that's too aggressive is that you can lift the knees back up or you can put them all the way down. Either one is totally fine. So you can do it from plank or with knees down. And then seated torso rotations. I'm going to come down to my mat and find my C-sit position. To find C-sit, I'm going to anchor my heels to the ground, tuck my fingers behind my kneecaps, and lean back. When my arms are perfectly straight, I am in C-sit. I'll cradle that weight to my chest, make sure it's making contact. Rotate through the trunk to the left, center, keeping your head with your neck to the right, center. Option, if that's too aggressive, is to ditch the weight, sit up a little bit more, and not go back quite so far. So we have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 4 minutes, and then we're done. So let's go ahead and get it set up. Grab your weight, grab your mat. We're coming into 20 seconds of that lateral bear crawl to shift. I'm gonna watch you the first time around. In 3, in 2, and 1. Time starts now, go. Yeah, you just wanna keep your knees bent. Now think about kind of pulling that belly button in and up, almost like there was like a fishing hook through the middle of your spine, pulling it up towards the ceiling, kind of like a cat. Yeah, that's a nice change. Good job. You got 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. 10-second break. Bring it to save to do those rotations. So I'm not going to watch you do rotations because I'm confident you guys know how to do them. We do these in class all the time. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Now remember, and I know Erin knows because I see her in class all the time, we don't want to hold the weight out here. not great for our backs. We want to keep it as high and connected as possible. So only our core is doing the work, not our low spine. 3, 2, and 1. 10-second break. Okay, that's our first of 4 rounds. On this next one, I'm going to do the bear crawls with you. So if you need to see what it looks like, you can. In 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Move my mat. 3, 2, and 1. Rotations. Grab your weight. 3, 2, 1. Push that belly button in and up. Think about curling your ribs around your belly button, really getting that core activation. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bear crawls. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1. Lift the knees. Let's rock. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 3, 2, 1. Rotate. And if you want to make this a little more challenging, you can always lean back a little further. I'd rather you fight gravity than lift your feet. Just under 10. 3, 2, 1. We have our last set. Last set of bear crawls, last set of rotations, and then we'll stretch and get you out of here. In 3, 2, and 1. Lift it and crawl. Seven seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rotations and we're done. If you want to add an extra little challenge at the end, try leaning back a little bit further. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You have 10 seconds left here. Really getting into that core, really challenge your balance. In 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job. Grab some water. Let's stretch it out real quick. I'm going to do all of our stretching today from a seated position. We did a lot of upper body, and I want to give us a nice little pillar of stability. So let's start with mermaid. We're going to bring our left foot in towards our right groin and send our right foot behind us like zigzag legs. From here, lift it up and over. The virtual platform will be existing a little bit longer. And then reverse your mermaid. Hold on to just below your knee and lift up and over to that side body. I'll be with you for as long as the virtual platform is around on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Switch the orientation of the legs. Standard mermaid first. And then reverse your mermaid. And then you'll only be able to catch me at OTF South Portland. Let's come to seated. Crisscross applesauce for the legs. Take your left arm across your shoulder. Whew. And switch. The studio is open. It is limited booking, obviously, because of the Rona. Interlace the fingers. Press the hands away, chin to chest, and hollow out your spine. Seated figure 4, hands come behind. Rock the leg forward and then walk the sits in to really get into that glute. Stretching out from when we did our bridge today. And switch it up, other side. Nice job. Final stretch. We'll come to our knees. Knees wide, toes together. It's going to feel a little strange, but I promise it's going to be good. And then interlace your fingers and try to touch your heels with your index fingers for that final chest and shoulder stretch. And release. Excellent job today, my friends. My name is Coach Maddie. You can catch me here at 8 a.m. on Wednesdays, or if you're in Maine and, you know, for more than 2 weeks, then you can catch me at OTF South Portland. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you. That was great.
Have a good one.
See you next
What
time.
part of Maine are you in, Erin?
Thank you.
Biddeford.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just got back from Maine too. I have a house up there.
Where were you?
Up in Newry. We ski at Sunday River.
Oh, so do I. Cool.
Oh, you do? I hope
Yeah.
you'll be skiing this year.
I live in Bridgeton.
Oh my gosh. Is that where you are now? That's so beautiful.
I'm in Waterford right now. I work in Waterford and I live in Bridgeton.
That is like so gorgeous where you are. Like
Yeah, this is Lake McQueen. It's lovely. But
wow.
it's super humid, so I'm like dying.
I know. Go cool off. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Ciao, guys. See you
Bye.
Wednesday.